Hi, my name is Eric Valosin, and I'm happy to join you as your professor for this class. I imagine many of you have come from very different backgrounds as you now pursue this course of study, and the same is true for me. To introduce myself a bit, my background is actually in the arts. I'm what most people would refer to as a new media artist. I hold a BA in studio art from Drew University and a Master of Fine Arts from Montclair State University, and I have a studio practice, and I show in galleries and museums throughout the country. In my artwork, I'm interested in how we can have contemporary mystical experience. Where do we turn for contemplation and meditation when space has become more cyber than sacred? What do we do with metaphysics since the deconstructive wrecking ball of postmodernism? What becomes of our bodies, minds, and souls as we enter into the digital? So, I combine traditional technologies like painting, drawing, and performance with emerging technologies like computer vision, digital projection, circuitry, and 3D printing to facilitate highly mediated contemplative experiences. Then it turned out that many of my questions were not exclusively artistic or philosophical. These sorts of questions permeate the everyday practices of how I ended up running my business as an artist. Naturally, as I tried to carve out an entrepreneurial space for myself in this strange new technological world, I took to social media. It wasn't long before I was knee-deep in Facebook, Google+, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, Flickr, YouTube, Snapchat, Fuse, ArtSlant, Saatchi, Blogger, WordPress, you name it, as well as managing 2 personal websites and a blog. It was through that practice of blogging that I was soon invited to help found and become a contributing editor for a New Jersey art blog called Not What It Is, where we try and shed light on the really profound art and artists in New Jersey that don't receive the critical attention they deserve because of a general lack of art critics willing to leave New York City. That was my entry point into the world of journalism. And as I plied together my practices as a journalist and an artist, and all the while trying to make ends meet, it occurred to me that these 2 worlds were not very separate at all. It turns out that journalism is the perfect case study for navigating this strange new technological world. It teaches you agile, adaptable, forward-thinking writing and editing strategies, rooted in emerging media trends and technologies. It teaches you how to package and present multimedia content. It teaches you how to navigate shifting organizational and even linguistic paradigms to be able to identify and connect with a larger target audience. And it teaches you how to brand yourself by building a web presence and participating strategically in this totally transformed media landscape. Most importantly, it teaches you how to adapt, how to roll with the punches, and how to fearlessly lean into a learning curve that never stops bending. It teaches you how to learn how to learn. So, in this class, we are going to learn by becoming journalists. Through the lens of journalism, we'll be learning the skills that have become essential, whether your endpoint is in journalism, or business, or marketing, advertising, PR, entrepreneurship, any number of other business endeavors. I use these things all the time as an artist. When you're ready, don your reporter's hat, and we'll get started. See you soon.